Recently, KDE Neon's latest version is based on Ubuntu 20's LTS release. When looking at it, it is the same KDE Neon but with the latest Ubuntu LTS as its base OS. But first, I would like to thank everyone who have already subscribed to my channel. As long as you guys are willing to learn programming and technology related topics, I won't stop making video tutorials and reviews. So please don't hesitate to click the subscribe button and bell notification button so that you will be notified every time a new content is uploaded. Now, although honestly I'm not a big fan of KDE, I can tell that KDE Neon offers a lot of things to impress me, an average user upon initial impression. So I'm just a regular user, but I would think that this time KDE Neon would offer a lot of things. Okay, so let's first try to get into KDE Neon. So what is KDE Neon? So basically KDE Neon is the intersection of KDE and the Ubuntu's long-term release as its core at packaging the hottest software fresh from the KDE community. Another question that comes to mind is what is KDE Plasma? So Plasma Desktop from KDE community is a smart, effective, and beautiful environment from the very first time you boot up your machine. Okay, uh, using KDE Neon. Okay, so Plasma and KDE applications will continuously be upgraded, adding packages, archives, or downloading source code if you want something that's always new. So it's constantly being upgraded, constantly being upgraded in such a way that it will be even better than what it was once before. Okay, that's one of their main advantage. Now, if you care about having KDE on top of Ubuntu, both KDE Neon and Kubuntu, which I won't be talking about, should do the job. Okay. However, KDE Neon comes packed with the latest and greatest from KDE. So, KDE Neon is packaged with some of the best applications under the KDE and packaged in KDE Neon. Okay, both as a desktop environment and applications, given the fact that the official KDE team works on KDE Neon distribution. So the KDE team basically works on KDE Neon distribution. So KDE Neon has all the latest KDE stuff on top of Ubuntu LTS. Okay. So so what makes this particular distribution unique? The UI first and foremost is clean, since it's based on KDE Plasma. Now for file management, it comes with Dolphin File Manager, which this is actually the Dolphin File Manager. Okay, uh, it is quite fast and efficient and can get things done faster. So this is actually your Dolphin File Manager. As you can see, even if I'm just running it on my virtual machine, it's not laggy. It's quite responsive. Now, in this case, you won't have to worry about working with files on your computer. Also, other things such as VLC comes along with KDE Neon, so you no longer have to install additional media codecs to play most of the videos. Just to name a few of the applications that will come installed when you install the operating system. In addition to VLC, there are also several useful apps that comes pre-installed, which is under the hood. Okay, so under your application launcher. So this is your application launcher. So these are all the different applications that can be found or that comes pre-installed when you install the operating system. Okay. Now, the level of customization options is also quite nice since it also provides an easy to use interface. Okay, so let's try also later to customize some of the things in our KDE Neon. Just some minor customization such as maybe changing the wallpaper, changing the theme, and so on. The ability to add panels, widgets, and several other things got me in KDE Neon. Okay, but as what I've said, we'll do some minor customizations shortly. It also has a bunch of options to tweak, ranging from color emojis, Okay, so this is your emoji selector. Okay, which is again under application launcher, all applications. Then you have your emoji selector. Okay, now if you don't know what's the name of the applications that you're trying to look for, you can actually go to uh, uh, all applications. And then you can just try to type it here. Okay, then it will actually be search. Okay, so this is your emoji selector. So you can also change the colors. Um, okay, so there's no recent emoji because this is actually a fresh install. So you have your flags, components, animals, and so on. Although I'm not a big fan of KDE, somehow it's already trying to get into me. Okay, so I'm already kind of like kind of has a soft spot for KDE Neon or even KDE. Although it has tons of strength, KDE Neon also has some weaknesses. Of course, if there's an advantage, there's also a disadvantage. Or if there's strength, there's also weaknesses. One of which is the Discovery Software Center. Okay, let's try to look for the Discovery Software Center. Again, we can actually go to application launcher, then all applications. Then this is actually your discovery or Discover Software Center. It works and does the job. It can be used to install applications. So basically, if you're trying to look for certain applications, you can use the Discover Software Center. Although, it can be slow and at the same time also not modern looking. Okay, so this is your Discover um, Software Center. Okay, let's try to minimize other things. Now, you can actually you don't need, by the way, to use the terminal. Now, again, this is actually one of the things that I would say. A lot of people thinks that when they're using Linux is that they only need to use a terminal to install things. Actually, it's not true. So there's also a lot of applications out there, or there's already certain options in Linux that you don't need to use a terminal to install certain applications or to install applications, such as this one, the Discover Software Center. So you don't need to use the terminal, although you have the option to use a terminal. You don't need to use a terminal to install the application. All you have to do, by the way, is just try to search for the application, then just try to click install, and it will already be installed in your operating system. So under application, let's try to look at under applications. Okay, so you're still looking. So these are the different applications that we can use. So we have your KDE Plasma. These are, as you can see, if it's already labeled or marked as remove, it means that it's already installed. Whereas if we have here installed, it means that it's still not yet installed. Okay. So we have here games, if you're fond of games, Space Cadet Pinball, AOD, O0AD, okay, Shattered Pixel Dungeon, and so on. So you can just install it directly. So it's also categorized. So this is actually the under game. So you have here, it's also categorized. Okay. So now for Office, one of the things also that I have noticed for when it's in KDE Neon is that it doesn't come pre-installed with Office applications. We only have Ocular. Okay, so you can also install Office under Discover Software Center. Okay, so let's say we want to install. Although I'm not going to install, let's try to look for Libre Office. Okay, press enter. Because we only have here Gemini Suite. Ito yung, or yeah. So this is actually an Office app suite. Okay, so you can install it based on your own preference. Okay, so that's one of the things that is that's actually one of the things that is good about the Discover Software Center. Now, let's try to do some minor customization, such as maybe change the background wallpaper, change the resolution, things like that. Okay. Now, when you want to when you want to change the resolution, again, if you're not familiar with on how to navigate the application launcher, what you can basically do is just try to click the icon here, the KDE icon, then launch the application launcher. Okay, this one, application launcher. Then under applications, you can just type, maybe let's try to change display. Okay, so you can actually change the display configuration. Now, this is where you can change the resolution. This is also where you can change the orientation of your monitor, of your operating system. For compositor, okay, gamma, night, color, and so on. So this is where you can actually change the resolution. So it's under display. Okay. Now, if you wanted to change the theme, okay, again, let's try to go to our application launcher. Let's try to look for themes. Okay. So we have here application style. Let's try to look for it. Maybe it's under application style. Okay. So we have application style, Breeze, Fusion. Okay. If you maybe oxygen. Okay, let's try to use oxygen. Okay, I'm going to select oxygen, then try to click apply. Okay, so this is already in oxygen application style. Okay, so Breeze, its default application style. Okay, so to go back, let me select Fusion, then click apply. Okay, I don't like Fusion, so let's try to look for Breeze. Go back to Breeze. Okay, so that's already Breeze. Now, for plasma style, maybe we can select Breeze Dark. Then click apply. Okay, so it becomes dark. It already has dark theme. Okay, for colors. Okay, so these are the different colors that we can use. Okay, window decorations, Breeze and plastic. Okay, I would rather have Breeze. This one, kind of like Breeze. I kind of like Breeze. For fonts, okay, so I won't be touching fonts, but you can also change the fonts here. Icons, so we have Breeze and Dark Breeze. Okay, maybe select Dark Breeze, then click apply. Try to see what happens. Okay, so it's changing. Okay, so everything is actually dark this time. Now, one of the good things also that I like or about kdeneon is that it has this neat transparent background, which I really like. Okay, for cursor, you can also change the cursor. Breeze again, launch feedback. Won't be touching that. Font management. Okay, if you wanted to add fonts, splash screen. Okay, so, kind of like the screensaver of Windows. Okay, or actually this is not screensaver, but this is splash screen. Okay, then we of course we have boot up splash screen. Okay, so now as what I've said, it offers a ton of customization. Okay, so let's try to. Okay, we have here Breeze. This would usually be displayed once you boot up your system. Okay, so by default it's Breeze, but you can also have this one, Breeze text mode. Okay, so just try to leave it as is. Go back. Now, window behavior. Okay, let's just select discard. Okay, desktop files. Okay. Now let's try to this time to change the wallpaper. Okay, I'm going to right click here, then configure. Okay, we have here configure desktop and wallpaper. Okay, I'm going to right click. Okay, so these are all the different pre-installed wallpapers. So it comes pre-installed with lots and lots of wallpapers. Okay, so let's say for example, I'm going to select which one? This one, fallen leaf. Then I'm going to select apply. So, or maybe evening glow. Okay, then apply. Okay, so this is better. Location. Okay, icons. then mouse actions. Okay, so everything is okay already. So that's how you would change the wallpaper. Okay, so right click again. Um, okay, now let's go back here. Settings. Okay, system settings. Set to select system settings. Okay, now for system settings, we can actually, okay, we already have changed the wallpaper. Then we have here more appearance settings. Okay, so we're already here, global themes. I said to go back. You also have KDE wallet, backups. There's a lot of applications actually here that is not yet familiar with me. Okay, so SDMM is your login screen. So you can actually change also your login screen if you wanted to, but I won't be changing my login screen. I'm just going to leave it as is. Okay. So let's try to maybe use the terminal. Okay. Okay. Try to use a terminal. Try to install NeoFetch terminal. Okay. Now by default, its terminal, by the way, is console. Okay. So we have here console. Okay. Sudo apt get install NeoFetch. Specify the password. Okay. So do you want to continue? Yes. Okay, as you've noticed also, I use the same set of commands that I would normally use if I'm using Ubuntu. Okay, so that is one of the advantage since its base operating system actually is Ubuntu. So NeoFetch. Okay, we have here KDE, okay, KDE Neon Testing Edition. So I used the testing edition. VirtualBox, it's been up for 29 minutes, Pasma, Quinn. Okay, let's try to do something else. Sudo nano. No, okay. No. Okay. Sudo nano bash rc. Okay, let's try to load. Okay, so I put comment here also. Display NeoFetch every time terminal is launched. Okay, save, exit, okay, clear, set to close first. Okay, going back here again, application launcher. Then I try to search for terminal console. Okay, so that's it. Now, this is simple customization. Okay. Now, in conclusion, by the way, KDE Neon is an awesome choice for KDE fans. So if you're a KDE fan, KDE Neon is an awesome choice. It is a good choice also for regular desktop Linux users such as myself. So if you're a regular Linux user, then I would suggest you also try it out. You should use KDE Neon if you want the latest and greatest from KDE community, but the stability of Ubuntu's long-term support release. Use also KDE Neon if you want your computer as your tool for your day-to-day, in order for you to do stuff on a daily basis. Okay, so like if you're going to use KDE Neon as your daily driver, you can very much do so.